Morning, 22nd of April 2022. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. Together as a collective, and without you this doesn't work. Astrology gave me the song Hello today, but not the Adele one. I think it was it Lionel Richie? Hello. So, let's see what this is about, shall we? The 22nd is the Fool. It's about a new adventure, a new beginning. One chapter ends and another one begins. It's about not looking back, not fearing anything, and setting out on the new adventure. Okay, first one could be a nurse, doctor, priest, lawyer, female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This one will be Aquarius, cusper probably. Somebody that makes bad decisions, lack of professional advice, or a woman scorned, somebody who's heartbroken, hurt. The truth must be spoken. She probably will use her sword to sever ties, cutting through the bullshit, getting to the point, making a decision, letting go of control, letting go of the outcome of the situation, letting go of being stubborn, letting go of the finances, not trying to control, acceptance, if you like. It's going to cause massive arguments, conflict, competition, and injustice. Libra energy, the 11, negative energy. It's problems with the lines in the marital home, perhaps. Colon, prostate problems. But it's an imbalance, it's an injustice. In fact, it's a nightmare. And there's a lot of fear here. So this, whatever this is dire. If you're expecting to win a court case, I would say don't. And don't put yourself through the misery of it, because you will, it will cost you. Let go of the finances. But at the same time, this is the only positive card. So maybe for you, it will be worth it, so that the truth comes out. It severs the ties, ends this nightmare, because the 1 and the 9 make the 10. It's over. And there is fear of the future, but at least it's over. So the 11 is negative energy. was born on the 11th, date for your diary, address, and Libra. Scorpio, a heartbroken widow, divorcee, whatever it is, but this had to end so that this new beginning could take place. We're shedding a skin, we're transforming to a better place. The 13 is positive energy. It's about the womb, the reproductive organs, shared resources. Learning to stand on your own 2 feet, speaking the truth. 9 years. And loving yourself first. And instead of giving all that love to other people all the time, loving yourself first. Having compassion for yourself as you do for others. Self-esteem, self-respect. Aries energy. Father figure, government official, boss. Going on to a new beginning, success, head and face issues, healed, a makeover, a new wardrobe, haircut, etc. All for the 31st, positive energy. There's a separation here. Somebody made a bad decision, a bad legal decision maybe. Gemini energy. A bad choice. 6 or 24 is negative energy. A Libra and a Gemini couple, perhaps. But there's some sort of separation here. Siblings, communications, negative, issues with the hands, arms, shoulders. And enemies will be overcome. But there is lies, deceit and theft that's causing this nightmare. It's a nasty mess of knives. There's nothing but swords here. Fearing happiness, which is an odd thing to say. So the family unit, fearing that ending, probably. Confusion, a lot of choices to be made. Living in a dream world, perhaps. 7 to 10 months. So the ones we've got to hang on to there are the 13, the 4, the 41. Scorpio and Aries, fantastic energy. Gemini and Libra, negative energy. The 22 is negative. It's a nightmare. Too many. 14. So we've got a run there, 13 and 14. 2 people born 1988 plus or minus 12 February to February. 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February, and 2 fire signs. It's hard lessons to learn, life lessons. You're being put through the blacksmith's forge and battered like a piece of steel. You will come out stronger on the other side. This toxic situation has to end. Capricorn energy, Sagittarius energy. Don't sign anything, breaking shackles, no longer being manipulated by what other people think or the outside world or material matters. Massive arguments, but you need to take the high road and walk away. Don't get into them. If they bring them to you, then defend yourself, but otherwise, ignore it. Let go. You may feel isolated. You may feel half erased, lonely in a room full of people. The bird in a gilded cage, having everything you need, but lacking much. There she is again, heartbroken, damaged, lonely, divorced or widowed, female. But we're coming out of this nightmare of lies, because there is love. Someone fears it. Somebody's frightened of being happy. How weird is that? Because there is unconditional love. Unconditional love. There's just no getting away from it. So once you leave this toxicity behind, and it's funny, but it's ended up on that one as well. There is love, a bond that cannot be broken. So, oh, you see, I knew. So Mercury retrograde is going to be massively important. The number 51 is important. But this is a time to reinvent yourself, a time of transformation, of shedding the old skin and not fearing the new. Leave the nightmare behind. Something or you may release yourself. You'll sever those ties. Two of Swords, Mercury retrograde. There's no getting away from it. Mishaps are like knives. They either serve or cut us, depending on where we hold them, by the blade or the handle. The name James or Russell may be important. Mercury retrograde is regarded as a time when things tend to go wrong. In actuality, it marks a 3.5-week period, and it's coming in May, where any important actions must be postponed. About 3 or 4 times a year, Mercury goes through a motion called retrograde, which means go back, retreat. But although Mercury, the planet of slippery wit, fluency and adaptability, this inner planet so close to the Sun appears to be going backwards. It's not. The retrograde movement of planets is just an illusion, because the Earth is orbiting the Sun at a different speed than Mercury. Still, from an astrological point of view, planets in retrograde motion cause potent effects on the Earth below. No planet goes through retrograde as often as Mercury, because it's never more than 28 degrees from the Sun. And because of this, it is given us the dubious phrase that when something goes wrong, many claim Mercury must be retrograde. Mercury isn't a predictable planet going along its normal direct path anyway. But once it goes retrograde, it's akin to trying to drive a car backwards. All things ruled by Mercury suddenly begin to wobble and go off kilter. So because they've mentioned it, be careful when reversing. If you're a writer, when Mercury is in retrograde, it's the perfect time to revise your writings, to revisit, to reassess, to anything. Mercury is the counterpart of Hermes, the Greek god, the sly trickster. What did I say about the lies? Lies and deceit, there it is. It's not only big on pranks, but also false moves. He is the god of transition, roads and boundaries. And the very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he is a translator. Mercury as Hermes conveys information, and when that information comes to us wrongly because of Mercury's unpredictable retrograde motion, nothing seems to go right. Firstly, when this card comes up in a reading, back up all your equipment, your computers, your cell phones, your numbers, your addresses, and anything to do with technology or mechanics. Electrical appliances purchased at this time will end up needing to be returned. Any sales items will often turn out to be massive duds. Don't make the mistake of purchasing a vehicle at this time either. If you're going to have your vehicle repaired, expect to have another visit to the shop to have something revised or corrected. How long will the period last? When the Mercury retrograde card comes up, give the matter 1 week and then ask the same question. You will want to go careful over contracts you sign and check any emails or letters you send. If you're about to leave on a trip, leave early because you must expect unusual delays to occur. And make sure you have clothing for all types of weather because the temperature and conditions are likely to change. Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathic, and that means that strangely we are more silently and internally keyed in to the energies. This causes unusual and fated meetings and occurrences to happen. You may meet up with someone you haven't seen in years at a most unexpected place. You may have a conversation with someone with whom you only have a superficial relationship with, when suddenly you connect to that person, causing a much deeper rapport. If you're asking about a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but an excellent time to renew your vows. It's not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship though, considering how soon Mercury changes, so you may change your mind. If you're feeling hopeless and worried that a relationship is never going to work, the Mercury retrograde card is actually a good one. It means that there is more than what you know to this situation, and that the possibility of the relationship getting back on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It is also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It is a time to revise, reinvent, and renew. Glitches, screw-ups, miscommunications, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings, an unfavourable time for explaining or solving an argument, eruptions of quarrels. We've got that in both stages. Mechanical failures, missed flights, faulty computers, difficulties reaching a decision, poor judgment, mistaken purchases, unfavourable time to launch a business, fixing what is broken, a job accepted, not turning out as planned. Life slowing down, contemplation changes, and unforeseen changes in schedule, revision and reinvention. Blunders, cancellations, unexpected failures, and getting off track. Unable or unwilling to make a decision because you're protecting, you're in denial, or you feel like you haven't got enough facts. You wait till you've got the facts, it'll be too late. Totally. And there it is again, mercy. To develop the qualities of mercy, you have to forgive yourself and everyone around you. Be magnanimous and see the good in all. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Open up to compassion, but most of all, access the wisdom within that recognizes the divine in everything. When you temper your attitude with mercy, you offer them grace. So we said this yesterday, it came out yesterday. Don't back people into a corner because they have no way out. And then they'll come out fighting. You've got to give them chance to be able to save face. You spread much light and joy and freedom and empower others to find the good in themselves. So give them the chance to admit and apologise. Choosing this card may mean that the angel of mercy are offering you release from pain and difficulties, and they want you to accept it graciously, no matter how that comes. Be merciful. Gemini, there we go. It's all about the communication. There's no denying it. Gemini in, is it Pluto? No, not Pluto. Oh, you're having a laugh. So it's about a communication. Gemini in Mercury retrograde card. They've brought it full circle. It's everything about communications. It's important communications. It's time to sever ties. Someone's been very, very hurt. Someone is probably giving some bad news. It's all a bit... Gemini in Mercury desires mental stimulation, charming, flirtatious, fickle and emotionally detached. Inconstant, Venus in Gemini falls in and out of love fast and is attracted to lively intellectual partners. So fickle. 11th house issues. It's about Aquarius energy, which we said, didn't we? The ankles and the legs. It's about social gatherings, finding your tribe. Deep yellow, group activities, society, friends, hopes, wishes and dreams coming true. Facing the chaos head on. When you do, there will be hope, healing and freedom. They know you're frightened, but it's got to be done. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.